Hey community, Devin Bulger here. Hope you're all doing well and staying healthy. Just checking in, and I'm going to do an explainer video on our 2019 annual report. It's actually our first annual report that we've fully produced. We're always tracking stats and data, but it's the first time that we've compiled it into a formal annual report. We're really excited about the document that resulted from that process. We're aware of the work that we're doing, but sometimes taking a step back and seeing all of the stats and data in one place, it just, it reminds you of all of the work that went into a year. So we're very excited to share that with you. And I just wanted to walk through the document and kind of hit a few of the highlights that I thought really stood out to me. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to share my screen and then we'll take a look. So there's Sue and Carol looking great in their comfort food aprons. The message from myself and Marianne McGeorge, board president, what I like about this is that it takes stock of we're now 7 years old as an organization, and it looks back at some of our all-time stats, and that was really staggering to look at because a lot of times we're looking at things in yearly windows, but to look back at a 7-year total stats was really staggering in a lot of areas. So please take some time to read through that part of it. We get into our program impact. And what we try to lay out here is the connection between the issues that we address and the way that we address those. So you have the issue of food insecurity, and especially lack of access to fresh foods because those are the most expensive foods. But we also, in our country, waste a lot of food because healthy foods are the most perishable. They have the shortest shelf life. So what we do with our programming is recover that food and leverage it towards households that can't afford or don't have access to that fresh and healthy food in their normal diets and in their normal daily lives, which then has the knock-on benefit of addressing diet-related illnesses. So it's all interrelated, and that's why we feel like it's so important for us to approach things how we do it. And then those stats kind of go into a little more detail about the importance of that. This is a recap of sort of what we consider our 3 program areas of Food Center, Fresh Food Collective, where we do our food recovery and community health. So some really impressive results that came out of our work in 2019 there. A little bit of a breakdown of our financials. So what I like to focus on for our income is that 48% grant figure, because what that represents to me is that those are resources, those are dollars that wouldn't have necessarily flowed to our community in our region if it wasn't for us doing the work that we do. But because we do the work that we do, we were able to secure that funding. So that has created jobs. And it is also a lot of money that's being spent at local farms, local retailers, merchandisers. So in a lot of ways, it's bringing economic dollars into our region. I think, as it should be, food is the center of our mission, and it's also by far our largest expense. And it'll pretty much remain that way because we're always going to be getting as much fresh, healthy food from our local food economy to families that need it. And then an important view of our budget for any nonprofit is the functional expense. So that breaks things down into program, development, and general and admin. So development and general and admin are known as overhead expenses, and then program are your more mission-related expenses. We do everything that we can to put all of our resources and all of the contributions that you make where we know that we want to put it, which is programs and the mission. So 86 cents of every dollar go towards that program. It does, however, take development work and general and admin to do payroll, to do all of the back end, HR, administrative. So, that number does fluctuate, but we do everything that we can to make sure that as much of the money that comes into us goes towards the programs and towards the mission that we're looking to serve out. Some good highlights, the 2020 and beyond, obviously COVID is going to impact that a little bit. So We're staying loose, staying flexible, but we are going to continue to lean into a lot of our program ideas. And those are really the highlights that I wanted to call out, but there's a lot of other good information in the document. So, please spend some time, look through it. If you have any questions or reactions, we'd love to hear from you. And we'll commit to making this an annual thing. It took us a while to get our first annual report out, but we'll do that yearly now. So hope you enjoy. Thanks.